All right. Way to go. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for being here. How great is it to have this outdoors this year? Not that great. It's fabulous. We're excited to be here in the amazing North Country. It's the only region that earns the name country. Every other, you don't hear the West Country, you don't hear the Southern Country or Central Country. There's no finger country. It's the North Country, baby. Before we begin, I want to recognize some special guests that are with us today. Lieutenant Governor, the amazing Buffalo's very own, New York State's very own, Kathy Hochul. Commissioner Tony Annucci, Department of Corrections and Community Supervision. Chairman of the Olympic Regional Development Authority, Pat Barrett. Department of Transportation Commissioner Matt Driscoll. Acting Commissioner Terry Egan, Department of Motor Vehicles. Executive Director, New York State Thruway Authority, Bill Finch. President of Higher Education Services Corporation, Guillermo Linares. Department of Labor Commissioner, Roberta Reardon. Office of Temporary and Disability Assistance Commissioner Sam Roberts. Chief Diversity Officer Rose Rodriguez. Department of Environmental Conservation Commissioner Bazo Sagos. I kicked Basil's ass on the boat. Let's just get that out there early. Secretary to the Governor, Melissa DeRosa. Counsel to the Governor, Alfonso David. Budget Director, Robert Mojica. And rowing Rick Cotton, who was in my boat and did an amazing job. All the elected officials from across the state who join us, give them a hand, please. Our friends from Labor, including Paul Brown. Go on, give them a hand, come on. I want to recognize the person who is new to this event and has traveled the furthest. Please welcome, and I'm going to ask him to come up on stage because we have a basket for him. There's nothing in the basket, but it's a basket. Ruben Diaz Jr.
Appreciate it.
Turns out there is something in the basket.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There we go. Thank you, guys.
I want to give a big thank you to everyone at Indian Lake for being such great hosts. Let's hear it for Indian Lake. Whether you spent today on a hike or on a motorcycle or in a raft, or whether you got thrown out of the raft, you were able to check out all that Indian Lake has to offer. Thank you for being here, and thanks to Indian Lake. Do you know there's more than 6 million acres across the North Country, across the Mohawk Valley and the Capital Region that constitute the Adirondack State Park? New York State is an amazing state, but we have one of the most remarkable assets, not only in the state, in the country, in the world. It's the Adirondack State Park. And that's why we're here today, to celebrate the beauty, to shine a spotlight on this amazing park, and to enjoy ourselves. This is an administration which is so great to be part of, because we know how to get things done and we know how to have some fun. With that, let's take a moment and relive some of the highlights of today's activities. That was fun. It is my pleasure now to introduce member of the Assembly, a woman who traveled all the way from the Southern Tier. She's New York State's champion of hemp, industrial hemp. Make sure industrial hemp, that's different. Donna Lapardo.
Well, thank you, Howard, for that warm and generous welcome. Well, hi, everybody. What a thrill it is to be here on this beautiful day. I understand this is one of the most beautiful days you've had in the Adirondacks all month. I know in the Southern Tier it hasn't stopped raining. So we are very, very delighted and very happy to be here. I'd want to thank whoever thought about bringing this activity outside, this lunch. It's spectacular. You all feel the same way? If you do, give her a big round of applause to, I assume, John Howard, who was involved with that. I'd also like to thank the governor personally for your continued commitment to the Adirondack Challenge and also to spending so much time promoting New York State and tourism. It's really meant a lot to all of our regions together. The Assembly rafting team almost didn't make it out of the gate, I have to tell you, earlier today. The governor insisted on trash-talking us about the budget. We gave him some trash talk back, but I just want you to know, Governor, we showed enormous restraint. But we did give him a little bit of a hard time about the state of the state, I have to tell you, and also some other matters, which we were threatening to do #fake results, but that's another matter. Oh, too much? Too early? Too soon? Too soon, sorry. Anyway, from tapping the natural beauty of places like this, the Adirondacks, to investing in our downtowns, drive economic growth, the state has been stimulating development in every region of the state, and certainly speaking for the Southern Tier, I can certainly vouch for that. And as you can see it from our experience here today in the North Country, we are seeing more jobs, more tourists, more businesses, and more economic development, but we're surely not done yet. We have to continue to work together, governments and businesses alike. So as you know, today was also about some friendly competition, maybe not so friendly sometimes. So now comes the moment you've been anxiously waiting for, our awards ceremony. It's my pleasure to bring up the great advocate for the North Country, Senator Betty Little. Where are you, Senator? Come on up. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here, and thanks for having the assembly. Oh, wait, Betty, before you come up, come on up. I forgot to mention my colleagues who are here in the room. Assemblymember Bobby Carroll from Brooklyn, Assemblymember Marcos Crespo from the Bronx, Mike Cusick from my old hometown, Staten Island, Billy Jones from the North Country, LaToya Joyner from the Bronx, Angela Santa Barbara from Schenectady, Clyde Vanell from Queens, and Ken Zabrowski. Give them a big round of applause for traveling to the beautiful North Country. And a personal shout-out welcome to my own county executive, first-timer here, Jason Garner and his staff. Jason, thanks for being here. And now, Senator Little.
Thank you, Donna, and thank you for being here. What a gorgeous day in the only country in New York State, the North Country. Howard, I never thought of it that way, but it's so true. So we're really happy to have everyone here. This has become a tradition, an Adirondack tradition, a challenge, and it's all because Governor Cuomo thought of this and decided and committed to doing this. And I believe this is our 5th year doing it, 4th year for the summer challenge, and it'd be the 5th year for a winter challenge. But, you know, when you think about this, it does a lot of things. It certainly showcases the North Country and all we have to offer. So many of you have never been here before. I can't believe it, but it's true. But I hope you'll be back, that's for sure. But it showcases us and all the recreational opportunities that we have. And it also helps with our tourism and job development and all of those things. It also is a great team builder. And I will tell you that we had a Senate boat that was definitely a team builder. We had all 3 Senate conferences represented and the second floor in our boat. And I thought we won, but I think we're close. So I think it's about all I can say for that. But I'd like to introduce those senators who are here today, certainly those that were in the raft with me. Senator Brian Benjamin, his first time here. Senator Kevin Parker, who's been here before, and he was our caller. He's going to go home tonight saying, row, row, row. And I just said to him, I think maybe you should have said row, 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 because we should have been a little bit faster. Also, Senator Dave Valesky, who's here with his mom and dad. So, thank you. And joining us for this portion from Saratoga County, Senator Kathy Marchione is here with us. This is really a proud moment for us here in North Creek and Indian Lake and throughout the North Country to have all of you come here and to have the governor recognize us and see what we're doing and how we're doing it and the needs that we have. The governor has been very, very good to the North Country, and believe me, we have a whole crowd here from Plattsburgh, where they have millions of dollars to expand and develop the airport there, where we have Norse business coming in with real help from economic development, where people are finding more jobs and seeing more things happening. From the Warren County, every county that I represent is represented here, and I'm so happy about that. So, you know, the governor likes results. We know he's result-oriented, and the results are real for this day because our tourism numbers are up. Our sales tax numbers are up, so keep spending while you're here. And it's just a proven thing that, you know, most tourism businesses are small businesses. They need this impetus that we are getting from this kind of an event. So I can't thank the governor enough for that. The businesses are, many of them are booming, and our tourism as well is booming. And more people are coming here. So for all of you who have not been here before, we invite you back. We hope you'll come more often. We have lots more to show you, and just appreciate the effort that you've put into being here today. And so many of the agencies, it's so much fun to be able to team build with the agencies in the state that are here today too. So thank you very, very much. And I'd like to turn the program over to the man who recognized this as the country, Howard Zemsky.
Thanks, Betty. It is a country, and there's a border, in the North Country. If they don't want you into the North Country, they just stop you at the border. Is there anyone here from Long Island? That's exactly what I'm talking about. All right, let's hear it for no one being here from Long Island. I can say that because I'm from Long Island. It's all right. Anyway, I have the honor and privilege of presenting this year's Adirondack Summer Challenge Awards, which is very exciting. I know it's the highlight of the day. I have to start with a sad announcement. This will be my last time hosting the Adirondack Challenge. And this does happen. People do, from time to time, move on to bigger, sometimes better things. Just like New York's record of economic development and leadership on progressive issues, my star too has risen. I am now known around the world. That's not funny. I am pleased today to announce that I will be hosting next year's Winter Olympics. Unfortunately for all of you, Lake Placid will not be hosting again. I'm not sure how, but I'm told it will be in Buffalo. Well, we wouldn't host the Summer Olympics, would we, in Buffalo? I'm looking forward most to the hockey games because we have such an awesome hockey team in Buffalo. Thank you. And I'm just going to tell you in advance, I'm going to make a prediction. Every gold medal will be earned by Vladimir Putin. It's a small price to pay for getting Taste New York at the Kremlin. Today, we're here to celebrate the Adirondacks, and whether you are enjoying a hike or testing your skills on horseback or hitting the links, or whether you got eaten by black flies, you all have the opportunity to experience firsthand the natural beauty and the unique charm of this treasure. It's so beautiful that I was considering becoming a 46er. Did you know that in order to do that, you have to hike up 46 Adirondack peaks? Yeah, I'm not doing that. Now, as we present our awards, I ask everyone who wins to come up and have your picture taken. First up are the merit-based awards. Despite lacking official scores, these strenuous activities were judged with great scrutiny. These awards cover the Olympic activities of horseback riding, mountain biking, hiking, motorcycle riding, and the Adirondack experience. Let's begin with horseback riding. This is a sport that requires a lot of finesse, but also it requires fearlessness. Our competitors brought their A game, and two women unleashed the beast within to score. I have the distinct, hold on. It is my pleasure to introduce the two winners of this rugged competition, Sandra Lee and Senator Kathy Marchione.
What does it say, Andrew? Cuomo.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks.
Way to go. Well done. Did you just get me that? Thank you. Mountain biking's up next. This is a challenging sport, not for the faint of heart. Every year, this brings out the toughest sides of our competitors, and we heard a little complaining on the trails. For her unrelenting positive attitude and unrelenting pedal pushing, it is my pleasure to present Assemblywoman LaToya Joyner with the Best Cyclist Award for being the most psyched to be here. All right, good job.
I didn't finish the whole thing.
Let's take a picture.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Next up is hiking. Some may call it walking. But here at the Adirondack Challenge, we are proud to honor our hikers with hitting the trails. I like walking in the woods up here. It's nice to be alone with my thoughts. I get them every once in a while. So peaceful, far away from the staff. You can't believe some of the stuff they write. Today, one hiker also forged his own path. Or think of it as they got lost, depending on how you want to think about it. For his spirit of adventure and exploration, I present the Lewis and Clark Award to Keene Supervisor Joe Pete Wilson. Way to go.
Thank you very much. How do I get back to my table?
Good. Somebody show Joe back to his table. Oh, gosh. No. All right. Next up, motorcycle racing. As many of you know, our governor is a big motorcycle fan. And under his expert eye, our competitors put the rubber to the road. One cowboy pulled ahead of the pack, and now that Governor Cuomo has found a worthy opponent, I know he'll track him down on the steel horse that he rides. Is that a thing, steel horse? All right. It's my pleasure to present our host, Indian Lake Town Supervisor Brian Wells, with the Wanted Dead or Alive Award. Dude, take your time. And next up is the Adirondack Experience. Who knows what that is? I don't. You all participated in the Adirondack Experience. All of you get up here right now. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do it. From shopping to kayaking, everyone who participated in this category had a lot of fun at Byron Park. Even though I heard that he signed up for this instead of anything sporty because he's scared of being shown up by gold medal Olympian Kathy Hochul. His New York spirit was inspiring to see. It is my pleasure to present the Adirondack Explorer Award to Jeff Stark, President of the Greater Capital Region Building Trades Council, who won without leaving the park. Oh, all right. I got it. Now, 1 second. Jeff, Greater Capital Region Building Trades. You know, we have another head of building trades here, and I just want to introduce him to stand up. Where's Paul Brown? You get nothing. I'm going to give you an award for not getting thrown out of the boat this year. That was good. And in the Adirondack Experience category, a special award for a voracious rock climber. She tried to climb to the top of the rock and just missed ringing the bell. Chief Diversity Officer Rose Rodriguez, come on up for the Nobel Prize. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
My Nobel Prize. Thank you, Howard. Thank you.
Now it's time for our score-based activities. These are very objective. Fly fishing, golfing, and rafting. First up is that incredibly compelling spectator sport known as fly fishing, which I just found out does not mean fishing from a helicopter. No, it does not. The governor's favorite show is Deadliest Catch, and the competitors today could have impressed Sig Hansen himself with their dedication to getting that catch. One competitor rightfully earned this trophy by casting their line patiently and truly seizing the beautiful day. I present Joanne Conley, Director of the Warren County Tourism Department, with the Carpe Diem Award. Did you get it? All right, good. Now for golfing. We all know no one really tells what their true score is in golfing anyway, which in previous years has driven such a wedge between the Senate and the Assembly that none of them participated this year. Despite a less contentious competition in between snack breaks and sips of Ubu Ale, we did have a winner or a loser. I'm not really sure how golf scoring works. With a score of 39, I now present the Victory Down to a T Award to Art Devlin, Deputy Mayor of Lake Placid. And lastly, we end today's ceremony with what you've all been waiting for, rafting. Now I want to say, so I know you're all suspicious of how this works, okay? And I know we've had a consistent winner. I get that. And I can say whatever I want because I only get paid $1 a year. But the reality is this year, and you know this to be true, all you rafters, when we left, they yelled out our starting time. And when we finished and crossed the line, they yelled out our finishing time. You yourselves can do all the calculating you need to. So I haven't seen who has won, but I know whoever it is, whoever it might be, any one of you out here potentially, it's legit, I'll tell you that. Coming up in 6th place with a time of 22 minutes and 17 seconds and bringing up the rear of the awardees, paddling against the current is hard, upstate or downstate. Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr.'s team, come on up for the Bronx cheer. Oh yeah, will the guides please join the teams up? Will the guides please join for the picture? All right. Way to go. Thank you. You're El Capitan.
Thank you.
Where's Sarah?
Sarah. We're missing Sarah.
Where's Sarah?
By the way, forget the Winter Olympics. You should host SNL.
Sarah. Coming in 5th place with a time of 22 minutes and 16 seconds, raft number 9 jumped right in on bipartisan raft with Republican and Democrat paddlers and gave it their all. But let's just say it wasn't enough. They might have claimed victory, but some people kept paddling to the left, some people kept paddling to the right, and nobody stopped to forge a compromise. But for staying true to their values and to the course, I present the Without a Paddle Award to the Senate. Good job. Thank you, sir. Way to go, sir. All right. Good. All right. Good. Way to go. Eddie, you're up again.
You are
All right.
brilliant. Great job.
Wait, I'll get out of the picture. You guys. There you go. In fourth place, with a time of 22 minutes and 8 seconds, here in New York, we give everyone a ribbon just for trying. Just remember that for every ribbon you get, you have to stay in New York for at least a year. New York doesn't give out ribbons for nothing. County Executive Jason Garner's boat, please come up for the Excelsior Award. Now we have the gold, silver, and bronze awards. The third place bronze award with a time of 22 minutes and 6 seconds goes to the Assembly. And I'm happy to present the Better Off Doggy Paddling Award to the entire Assembly team. Where are they? Yeah, it's getting windy. Okay, yep. All right. Congratulations. How many people can they fit in a raft, this group? I don't know what that means. There's like 12 of them in there. Congrats.
Good job.
The silver medal. They came close, but no cigar. This team had a time of 21 minutes and 52 seconds, and they even brought in a rafting ringer. Commissioner Basil. Where's the ringer? Yeah. But like my mother always told me, second best is not good enough. Nevertheless, they really gave it their all, and we should congratulate them for trying. I'll tell you, I don't know about you, the last thing you want to do is come in second. You know what I mean? Coming in eighth is better than second. Second, like you came so close, but you go home with a whole lot of nothing. All right, come on up, Basil, and your whole team. The Seize the Day Award. Is this it? All right.
Thanks, Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. Good job out of you.
And now it's time to announce our first place winner, clocking in at 21 minutes and 46 seconds. And these times were verified by PricewaterhouseCoopers. Just like the Emmys. Here's a team who showed no mercy on the water and surged ahead of everyone else. I am not reading that. I am sorry. Back that up. Back that whole thing up. I'm sorry. No. The Buffalo team! No, I was kidding. I couldn't convince one of you in this whole room that it was the Buffalo team that was winning first place. What does that tell you right there? Congratulations, and I mean that sincerely. To Team Cuomo on winning first place. This team achieved historic heights of spirit and strength. The Bowie, Oh Bowie Award. They won it again.
Where's Steve? All right. All right.
And now, without further ado, it is my pleasure to welcome the person who made this day possible, someone who has shown an unparalleled commitment to revitalizing this region and all the regions of New York State, someone who will demonstrate his commitment to keeping unemployment in New York down by not firing me after these jokes. Please welcome the amazing, the best governor in this great country, Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Before Mr. Howard Zemsky leaves, we have one final award. I want you to know that Howard works on all his own material, and he spends many hours doing it. And he wrote every word of what he just prepared. And I want to give him the award of, no, but seriously, folks, I run a billion-dollar agency. How scary is that award? To Howard Zemsky, our great master of ceremonies. Let's give him a big round of applause. It wasn't the best award because we didn't have a lot of time to prepare, but it's the thought that counts. To all the people who, you got a sense all throughout the day of how much planning and attention to detail goes into something like today. The team literally has worked on this for months and months. John Howard headed the team for us. The local officials have been fantastic. Let's give everybody who worked on this event a round of applause. We thank them. I want to thank again my colleagues from the legislature. They've come from all over the state, and it is one of the benefits of this, as you heard, is the legislators get to see the North Country. Many of them wouldn't be here unless we did these events, and they get to understand the challenges and the context of the North Country. And they do that in spirit of collegiality. I'm going to ask them to stand. Senator Brian Benjamin, Senator Kathy Marchione, Senator Kevin Parker, Senator David Valesky. Let's give them another round of applause. And from the Assembly, they came far and wide. Assemblymember Robert Carroll, Marcos Crespo, Mike Cusick, stand up guys, Billy Jones, LaToya Joyner, Angelo Santa Barbara, Clyde Vanell, and Ken Zabrowski. Let's give them a round of applause. To Donna Lapardo, who represented the Assembly, let's give her a round of applause. Thank you, Donna. To a senator who I love very much. She's your senator, but she's New York's senator. She represents the entire state. Everybody respects her. Everybody loves her because she's in the business for all the right reasons, and she does a great job, Betty Little. Let's give her a round of applause. %40 of the people here today are first-timers to this event, and they're first-timers to the North Country, believe it or not, 40%. So welcome to the Adirondack Park, 6 million acres. It is the largest park outside of Alaska, larger than the federal national parks. As a matter of fact, you could put Yosemite, Yellowstone, Glacier National Park, Grand Canyon, and the Great Smoky Park all within the Adirondack Park. That's how extraordinary this is. We celebrated the 125th anniversary of the Adirondack Park this May 20th. It was established 1892 by the New York State Legislature. And I'm proud to say that this legislature and the members who are here today have done more for the North Country than any legislature in the history of the state of New York since the creation of the Adirondack Park. $3.2 billion in funding has come to the North Country from this legislature, and that deserves another round of applause. And the North Country and the park itself has always been a delicate balance. You want to develop the asset because we need jobs, we need the economy, we need tourism, but it has to be done in a way that doesn't disrupt or deteriorate the asset. Because the Adirondack Park is not just an economic asset, it's not just a state park. It really is a gift from God. I believe that. There is a spirituality to the Adirondack Parks that is undeniable. And the last thing we would want to do is diminish that asset. Our goal is to leave it even better than before for our children. And I think we have struck that balance. We have added 20,000 acres to the park, the Boreas Pond Track, the largest acquisition and addition to the park in the past 100 years. That's what we've done. But at the same time, we're also developing the economic development assets. Right now, we have $20 million going on in renovating this Gore facility and the Whiteface facility. And let's give a round of applause to Bone, who's going to be the new general manager of this facility. We are right now investing $32 million to finally rebuild Frontier Town, which in many ways is the front door of the Adirondacks. And we're going to make that a productive economic generator once again that introduces people to the Adirondacks but preserves the quality of the Adirondacks. And we're building a $20 million Adirondack Welcome Center in Glens Falls that is going to help introduce people to all we have. We have the Empire State Trail that is going to be will be the first state in the United States that has a nature trail that goes from one end of the state to the other, from New York City to the Adirondacks. We have a $30 million renovation going on at the Plattsburgh Airport, largest that has been done in over 50 years. That's going to turn that into an economic development hub. We have I Love New York ads, $7 million that we've invested to tell people about the Adirondacks, because when people are exposed to what we have here, they are sold. The great mystery of upstate New York was, for so many years, we didn't tell the story of what we had in upstate New York. North Country certainly, but also the Finger Lakes, Central New York, Western New York, they're great assets. And once they see it, once they experience it, they understand that there is no reason ever to leave the state of New York. You want a vacation? Whatever you want to do, you can do it right here in the great state of New York, and we are proud of that. And as Senator Little said, it is working. Tourism, which is 20% of the economy in the Adirondacks, is way up. We've had over 12 million visitors. It has been up over 15% over the past 5 years. Tourism is now a $1.3 billion industry in the North Country. Isn't that great? When we started, unemployment was at about 9%. And today, unemployment is about 5%. And that's what it's all about. Getting people jobs, giving people the dignity, giving people the hope. And we have more good news on the way. Howard said we were not hosting the Winter Olympics, or whatever Howard said about the Winter Olympics. But we recently learned, and it's my pleasure to announce, that we're going to have in 2019, Lake Placid has won the hosting of the 8th International Children's Winter Olympics Games, which will bring thousands of people to Lake Placid. And it was just announced in Salt Lake City that Lake Placid has also won to be the host community for the International Bobsled and Skeleton World Championship that will be in 2021. So that's going to be even more people coming into Lake Placid. So today is in part serious and functional, and in part it is just fun, and in part it is team building, and in part it is showing you the beauty of Mother Nature and the beauty of this state. Because what makes this state special, one of the things that makes this state special, is really the diversity of this state. No state has the diversity that we have. We have the most sophisticated, complex urban environment on the globe in New York City. We also have the most beautiful rural, natural sites on the globe in the Adirondack Park and in other parts of the state. And every region is a little different. North Country is a little different than the Finger Lakes, is a little different than Western New York, is a little different than the Southern Tier, a little different than the Hudson Valley, but all beautiful in their own way. And while you have the diversity, you also have a spirit of unity, that at the end of the day, we are one state and one community and one family. And it is that juxtaposition. It's the diversity and the differences matched with the unity and the commonality. And that's what makes this state special. That we can enjoy our own region and be part of our own region, but we are all New Yorkers, and we are all one, and we are all together. And that's what today is all about. I hope you had half as much fun as I had. Once again, thank you to all the local elected officials. Thank you to the organizers. Thank you for taking those long rides up. I believe it was worth it. I hope you did too. I'll see you next year. Congratulations.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you all in closing for attending. However you get home safely. We in Buffalo are thankful to the governor, and we took Uber here. It's a great way to fly. Thank you all for coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who want to take a gondola